fellow Autobots and Deceptive creeps. This is Wheeljack here, and we're here to do one of Wheeljack's shop files. And today we're going to be doing a shop file on Generation 1 Kup. Now, Kup came to us in the Transformers movie. He's a bit of an old soldier. He's been around the block. He's got a million old war stories to tell, and he's quickly looked up to by the Dinobots. But his main role, aside from keeping the Dinobots entertained with old war stories, is as mentor to the young Hot Rod, and also to Rodimus Prime. Um, he's a veteran of war, and he's been all over the universe. He's been everywhere. And he often has an anecdote for any type of situation. Uh, he sees something, chances are he's encountered it before. His stories are more like tall tales, but you might have a little bit of trouble distinguishing um, the truth from the lie or the stretching of the truth. But at any rate, it highly entertains the Dinobots, which can be a useful tool. As you know, those Dinobots, they can smash things up pretty well if they're not entertained. Um, he also serves as a security chief uh, in the third series, seeing as that all the third series Transformers were sent to replace all the classic characters that we knew and love, and Red Alert, everyone else, they kind of passed away at the dodo um, at, in the movie, and these guys were the new status quo. Now, Kup has at least four different Transformers. There may be five, I'm not sure. There is this Kup. Now, this Kup has metal wheels. There's also this Kup with plastic wheels. There are there is the Target Master version of Kup, and I'm not sure whether they did the metal wheels and plastic wheels on that one. And I'll show you the difference between him and this Kup whenever I get to the vehicle mode. And there's also the reissue that came with Wheelie a few years back. Now, things I like about this toy. Well, for one, he is pretty show accurate. He has the age marks and things, little marks on his face. He actually looks kind of old. Um, he's one of my favorite characters from season 3. So I like the colors, the cool little color scheme with the aqua and the light baby blue and the white and the gray. I think it's a real cool color scheme. Now mine is a little plain because it's missing the stickers, much like my Trailbreaker. But what can you do? I got a good deal. I took it. Um, he also does come with a musket pistol, but I don't have it either. But this is what I care about. I care about the Transformer. The weapons and stuff, unless it's something you absolutely have to have, like the rocket launches on Smokescreen and Prowl and Silver Streak, or the uh, little wing thingies on Wheeljack. Yeah, I don't really care so much about accessories. It's all about the bot. Um, things he also has a fair amount of articulation. His arms can move up and down, can go around, can bend at the elbow. And his wee little wrist can move. See, so he does have a fair amount of articulation for a G1 toy. Unfortunately, all that articulation is up here. There's none down here. Um, Things I don't like about the toy. Well, aside from the fact that he's got this big, huge flap back here, um, and the fact that when I was a kid, I had problems telling him and Blur apart because they really do look very similar. Both have the white chest, both have the same color scheme. So when I was a kid, I'd get them confused whenever I'd see them on TV, but I'm older now, I know the difference. Um, but aside from that, the arms, the position of the arms. Now, here are his shoulders where they should be. Here are his arms where they start, about mid chest. That's a little ridiculous. He's got this big barrel chest, he's got these big thick legs, and they gave him these little wanky arms, and they put them in this very awkward position, which I guess is pretty customary. Either you get gorilla arms for Transformers, or you get these little winky things. Now, it's Series 3 toys in general. They, in my opinion, the robots had a lot more of a humanoid look, and I don't really like that a whole lot. I mean, come on, the robots got wrinkles. That's a little crazy, you know. Um, but then again, they had robots with beards or goatees, so can't really say anything there. Um, Now, aside from the problem with the arms, the little flap on the back, which doesn't make him very back heavy at all, seeing as that this chest piece is all metal. This is all metal. So, um, also, his feet are kind of slanted. They're not straight. They're at an angle, and he stands up straight. But I've had problems with him falling backwards every now and then. But it's not a big problem, and usually he turns out all right. Now let's get on to the transformation. Now, the first thing you're going to do is take this back piece, flip it up that way. You can extend that out now if you want, but you don't have to. Next thing you're going to do, pop the legs apart. Then you'll take the legs and rotate them to the back. Take the feet, and they will, you push them in, and they kind of slide up. Take this back piece, and it'll rest nicely on these little indents in there. Bam. Then you can take the arms, and depending on how you want to do it, you can either go like this, bam, or you can sit here and fiddle with it. Either way, they're going to go, in, up, and in. Now I like to have his hand rotated so that whenever I put it in, you can't see the hole in his fist over here. Now, you're left with him in his futuristic truck mode. Um, I don't think it really looks too much like a truck. It's one of the problems I have with it. To me, it's more like a futuristic El Camino. He doesn't sit much higher than a regular car. So, I mean, unless he's a little bitty S10 pickup, to me, he looks more like a El Camino. He has no real tailgate. That's kind of a downside. Uh, Other than that, things that the big open part right here, that's kind of takes away from the toy. Things I like about it, it's nice, it's solid, it stays together, it does look good, rolls good. It's a real good toy. Anyway, that's it for this edition of. Oh, yeah, I would buy this toy. You can usually get him pretty cheap. He's a really decent character. I'd buy him. This has been Wheeljack Id with Wheeljack's Shop Files saying, be good to each other.